Hello and welcome back to Stationers. My name is Bigfoot. We're back playing our new Vulcan save. It is currently day 73 and it is the middle of wintertime. So between episodes, I went through all the ferns that were saying that they were only going to give one fern. I threw them into the lava as they belong and replanted them. So that's why I have a bunch of babies in here. We have a bit of a problem. Because it is wintertime, we are not getting a lot of power, and because we don't have any power, nothing is running. Yikes. So that means that our plants aren't getting power or light, and yep, that's not good. Anyway, let's get going. Uh-oh.
Oxygen critical. Low pressure.
Yep. I need to put a safety mechanism on that. So I had started printing out a bunch of frames and such so that we can start building our new facility, and then I realized that we have no power. So, I printed out a bunch of large upright wind turbines. That's going to help with that a little bit. They're not going to produce like a ton of power for their material cost, but hey, more wind is better than what we've got right now. Also need to put a APC in here to power this airlock because, yeah, when the power's out, you can't vent it. All right, so we're gonna have to go over here by the river of lava. Not ideal. Oh, got the frames. Do. Take a stack of them, thank you. We'll just go out this way. Nope. Nope. Try it again. There we go. Alright, let's weld these guys up. Oh, and I don't have a battery. Ay. That battery's not going to cut it. Go away. You're not going to cut it. Already checked that one. Nice.
Hunger caution.
Okay. So, let's close that. We'll just have to deal with a bunch of small batteries real quick. Yep, I'm gonna burn through all of our batteries right now. That's okay. Didn't want to build that twice. Okay, so we'll put power this way. We'll go that way, that way, that way. Now, is this going to give us enough? Do. And four-way. Yes, I do need to take it up one. Actually, technically I don't.
Waste tank caution.
Okay, I guess I do. We're not gonna make it.
Waste tank critical.
That's too bad. What do I need to build you? I need a lot more steel sheets. So here's our problem. For one, we're currently experiencing a solar storm. But also, the sun is very low in the sky. It's very close to wintertime, so it is gigantic. Though it is a little bit offset. But our solar panels are giving us a nice amount of power. Oh my goodness. Well, I wish I had a bigger battery. Let's head inside. Dangerous to work out there in 1570 degrees Celsius. That is a bit warm. Let me turn you on so that you'll fill our tank with nice, really hot temperature gas. That's great. You're filling up nicely. Excellent. We'll go ahead and swap out a bunch of batteries. I think, going to swap over completely to large batteries. So we'll get rid of all these guys. Let's just start at the top. So we have this guy, that's done. This guy needs a big one. Big one in you. And let's get rid of these guys. Goodbye. Goodbye. Whoops. Goodbye.
Air tank critical.
Alright. Now let's head inside and get some resources. Our plants are probably going to be hating life right now. Yeah, they're all pretty poor.
Oxygen critical. Low pressure. Pressure critical.
Yeah, yeah. Everything should be back and running. It's 46 degrees in here. Thankfully the sun is setting, even though it is still a solar storm out there. That should start cooling down because it's nighttime here soon. Excellent. We need to make some stellite because I want to upgrade this battery to a large one. Now I could use the frame trick and stack another regular battery in there, but I think that just looks ugly. Plus then I can take that one over to the other place. So to make stellite, we need silver, silicon, and cobalt. We have all that stuff handy. It's 2 silicon, 1 silver, and a cobalt. Silver and cobalt. Now this is going to take a little bit because it needs to be really hot. Silver melting in there, but it's going to produce a bunch of really nice gas, but we'll see if we get there. I don't think we will. Might have to eject that and insert more silver. $10 to $20.
Hydration critical.
We didn't hit our temperature mark. Over there for pressure, but let's go ahead and pull you out. You are empty? Yes. Alright. Need a little bit more really hot gas. There we go. Get that silver out of there, and we can just put that back in. There's our stellite. Alright, silver can live up there. Come on, stellite. Interesting. Okay, so we have 25 in there. We got the other 25. Perfect. Now, let's go with the large battery. For that, I need electrum, silicon, and some more copper. Silicon. Oop, there's electrum. Do we have copper anywhere? I do not. And I'm going to leave that on stellite because it's really hot temperature still. And it's good for smelting. We can make steel or whatever we need to with it. Alright. Large battery incoming. Now, what else do we need to create our large battery? Steel sheets, electronic parts. That's all easy to do. Speaking of steel sheets, we need those. We're going to need some cables. We've got a whole stack, so that should be fine for our wind turbines.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Alright, well, I had to come out here into the main room to eat, because in there it is 50 degrees, which means we're probably going to lose all of our plants, which is very unfortunate. So let's go ahead and I guess make sure that we pick all the seeds out of them. Outside, because of the solar storm, it is still, it is like 225 degrees, so the cooling system won't activate. So yeah. Yep, all of our ferns and stuff are already taking damage. That is unfortunate. But I guess we'll just go ahead and harvest all these guys up. Guess I don't need the ferns seeds in there. But we'll put the fern in there. You're trash anyway. Goodbye. And apparently while I was doing that, it finally cooled down outside for the AC to turn on, and I just... and that's awesome. Alright, well, let's go ahead and replant all of our ferns. A nice diversion, I suppose. But better be safe than sorry, I guess. Alright, now I want to put all the wheat in here. Where's the weather station? There it is. We're green. We're no longer in a storm. So that's why it cooled off out there. Alright, let's go ahead and replant these guys. Because I would like to make some bread. We only have about 32 wheat times about 5. That's less than 200 flour that we need. Okay, so now that we've averted the crisis in here, it does look like our damage is going back up. So hopefully our ferns won't be terrible when they finally grow up. Okay, now since we have basically no power in here, it's a great time to go ahead and swap this over. Let's go ahead and grab the electrical parts though. I need iron. Oh, we got plenty of iron in the ball pit. Give me delicious iron. Okay, and then our wind turbine should just be steel plates and cables. Steel sheet, cables, yep, screwdriver. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get rid of you. You don't have a battery. Now you do. Okay, angle grinder. Oops. Wrench. So that'll go over to our other place. Get rid of our danger cone. Alright. So you go there. Guessing it's steel sheets first. That's going to be a problem. Let's take you back down. We need to get rid of this guy first. Otherwise it'll just be hidden. Cable cutters. So we'll find a new place for that guy. Maybe right there. Alright, now battery kit. Go back down, please. Okay. Steel sheets. Back in... Oh, there they are. It's like, where did they go? I knew I had the big stack. There we go. Electronic parts. And I'm guessing a screwdriver. Excellent. On. And you're charging. Perfect. Now, battery charger. Oh, there it is. We can just put you here. Put you the correct way, I guess. Yeah, why not? Looks terrible being off center. Not that that's any... Well, I guess it is better. It's better, but not great. Go up there. Back you there. Have enough power. I'm gonna keep you so that we can deplete you. Let's go hook up those wind turbines. This is why I need the area power controller. Okay. I want to go here. And we need to connect this into you. Whoops, whoops. There we go. You are the main power for after the battery. So I can't connect into you. Now, I'd like to paint that green so that we don't get that mixed up, but for now, I guess it's okay. But I never hooked you up. Go ahead and do that now. All right. Let's get these guys welded up. We need... oh, just the cables. Okay. Screwdriver. One thing that's neat is that they did change these so that they actually rotate. You can see it rotating there. It'll rotate into the direction of the wind. They used to just be static wherever you place them. So I think that's a really neat addition there. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of wind power. Not a lot. We've doubled our battery capacity, which is fantastic. So that's definitely going to help. We got power back. Excellent. All right. While we have the trader on the pad, let's go ahead and see what he has for sale. Hello. You're going to pay me to take all of your goodies. Absolutely.
Waste tank caution.
Okay. Apparently he filled my vending machine and my pockets full of rubbish. Oh, I see. It was 13 stacks of, yeah, no problem. I will take all of your nastiness. All right, so cheese is now available on the beta. Cheese is currently, I believe, only available by trading. And it is used to make hamburgers, which you have to trade for the cheese. I think the rest of it can be made, though. What would you like? You want a bunch of crap I can't give you. You just want 25 cardboard boxes for 30 cents each. That's really expensive since it takes silicon. I don't have any of the raw fruit to give you. 45 steel cans. No thanks. Alright, let's get on out of here. Alright, now let's go ahead and get rid of this decayed food that's stinking up the base. Ugh, clogged up my vending machine. How gross. Good thing it's a vacuum in here, or it would stink. Alright. Good thing we've already got a place for it to go. But this will give us a whole bunch of biomass. Alternatively, we could have put that in a composter. Which would have been a better choice, because that would have given us the nitrogen instead of volatiles. But that's okay. Alright, we have another trader that we've already contacted. Let's go ahead and call them down. See what they have to sell us. Hello! Oh, you're not down here. Take your time, buddy. Take your time. Hello. Alright, you want to just sell us the usual stuff? Of course you do. You want a bunch of stuff I can't make. Duct tape, filters, plastic sheets, cable coils. Could make a quick $100, that's not a problem. Ices, we don't have that here. 2 duct tape, 2 carbon dioxide filters, some plastic, and some cable. Sure, why not? Right there. Alright, so we need a cardboard box. For that, we need silicon, which is over here. There it is. Silicon, cardboard box, go. I'm gonna need the iron. Not iron, you're iron. You go there. Okay, so we need 2 carbon dioxide filters. Need some for my suit anyways. 1, 2. Alright. Give me that iron back. And we'll put it over here. Get some duct tape. Two duct tape, excellent. Okay, duct tape, filter. There you are. Filter. Plastic sheets. Plastic sheets and cable coils. All right. Fill one of those, please. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and get on here. Okay, now go ahead and turn all this off to conserve on the power since we're still really low. But I do need that area power controller. Totally not what I wanted to put in there, but fine. And solder. Let's go with large ones, please. Okay, now let's go ahead and fix up this cabling so we can get our airlock on its own network. It's always a good thing. There we go. And then, yeah, that's all. That was all being controlled by that. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull up with this cable. Get out of the way. There we go. Quite a bit more tidy now. I'll go ahead and turn that guy off for the moment. Yeah, that's not good. Look like our grow lights were turning on and off, and I don't... Oh no, you're... Thanks. So this flashing is a bad thing, because every time that those turn on and off, they're going to... they're gonna cause stress on our plants. Want you off, please. Not good, not good. Since we are still not making it through the night, even with the extra wind turbines, our day length is only a quarter of what it was. So our solar panels really are not doing much for us, which is quite unfortunate, but that's the way that the Vulcan winters work. So if I toss that guy up there, and then we're going to put a eatable invalid. So we can just toss some stuff up there. Shoot inlet, perfect. I don't want to, but we're going to have to use the solids generator. It is going to have to work to get us through our winter time here on Venus, or Vulcan. Power needs to go the other way. Yes. I need to turn you on. Yep. Connect your power port. There we go. And now let's get the chutes connected. So this will allow us to put some coal on the inside of the base. Yeah, go ahead and turn these guys back on since we're going to be swapping over to a more superior, ugh, makes me sad to say, power source. Okay, so let's go ahead and just toss 50 coal up there. You should kick on. Let's grab a couple more wind turbines. Iron and copper. I think this thing is still hot enough to make some iron. Does appear so. And a bit of copper. Alright, got some wind turbines, and I contacted a new trader. Let's see what they have for us. We need to make some more money so that we can finish buying all the seeds. My manners. Hello. Okay. You want to sell me a bunch of stuff. Can't give you chocolate bars. We don't have any edamame. We don't have any tomato soups. Could give you a mining drill. And you want some small batteries? We'll see what the material cost is. I don't remember offhand. Right. So you were all doing pretty good here. Let's see if we can put down... Oh, we can put them in here. That's convenient. Get one anyway. Let's bring them a little closer. We'll line up the port. There we go. Very good. Nice. I want to put all this down this way. Put one there. I need 2 more heavy cables. Okay, when I ran inside, I found another wind turbine that I had printed out, and it happened to be inside one of the printers. So we get a little bit more wind power. I guess I could just put you there. Let's see if we have enough to make it. I always do that. It's always fine on the first one, and then I screw it up. So all of you can go there, and then let's see if we can drag you around. Probably going to be one short. Yep. Oop. There we go. Alright, so we have severely expanded our wind power, which is fantastic. So that's definitely going to help us during the winter months. I am going to want to move these out of the way, just like down here to the end. That way they're not blocking the solar panels, and then I can put out more solar panels for the summertime. And that should be good. I'll make more solar panels later. For now, we need to go get some more oxygen. So now that we've addressed our power concerns and upgraded our power storage, let's try and at least do something a little bit more productive this episode. So, that's the greenhouse code. We need the tank code. Import that. Okay, so we are going to need a couple more items. We're going to need the we need the analyzer. Intake analyzer to D5. And then we can batch write. Yeah, we can batch write the turbo pump. Define T pump. Turbo pump. Yep. Making sure that it wasn't the kit. And we need to make that into a hash.
Hunger caution.
Alright, so we want to load into R0 from the intake analyzer. Intake analyzer and the pressure. So if the pressure is not equal to 0, then we just want to turn you on. So if there's pressure in that line, then go ahead and turn that on, and then we're to set the set batch T pump on and R0. So if there's pressure in our line from the water combustor, yeah, then turn on the turbo pump. Perfect. Now, we also want to put in a check on here. Our temperature outside is in R0. We're going to say set greater than into R1 if R0 is hotter. But during these winter months, it is possible to get some really hot gas. And we're going to go ahead and collect that. So if it's 1300 degrees outside, which earlier it was 1500, then we're going to go ahead and turn on the hot vent so that we can grab some really nice gas. So we're going to grab from the hot tank the pressure, but for this we're going to actually up the pressure to like 6 megapascals. So if it's less than R2, and we'll say 6 megapascals, then we want to turn this bad boy on. Okay, so we are going to check if the outside temperature is higher than 13C. If it is, then we're going to increase our tank pressure. I don't want to keep a lot of colder gas at 900, but if we have this really hot gas, then let's absolutely pull that out. So we're going to use a select for this. And we'll say R2. We're going to check R3. So if R3 is basically 1, so it's greater than 1300, then that's true. If it's true, then we're going to use a value in B, and in B we're going to put 6 megapascals. If it's not true, meaning that the gas is too cold, then we'll just go ahead and use the 2 megapascals. Oh, right. So that has to be R3. So if R2 is less than R3, so R3 will become either 6 megapascals or 2 megapascals depending on our temperature outside. So now if the pressure in the tank is less than that value, then it'll be on. Don't want it to suck up 900 degrees though. We could use a separate select. No real way to decide if it is wintertime. If that is greater than 900, then it is going to continue to be on. I could put a dial or something up there that says wintertime. If the wintertime switch is on, then we could do that. Okay, so for the moment, we're gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a different way to work this, but for now, we'll just leave it like that. Not elegant at all. And it doesn't work very well. It's not found at line 30. Oh yeah, we gotta put the... Oh yeah, we gotta put the analyzer on there. Did I name that? Input analyzer. There we go. Reset you. It's nighttime. Turbo pump turned on because we had some really hot gas in there. Okay. That means we made some water at some point. Got a little bit in there. 441 moles. Not bad. And it's cooling it down. 30 degrees. All right. Over on our oxygen. That's great. So things are going pretty well out here, I think. How are we doing on filters? You're almost dead. You are dead. You go there. I'll go ahead and put this one up here. You go there. Okay. You're empty. You're empty as expected. Do have some really hot oxygen. We don't have that one. Do I dare try and pump that into there? That is the question. Mr. Trader, what do you got for me? You're unpowered. Here, Mr. Trader, I got mining drills for you. There you go. Pick it up. Go ahead, pick it up. Pick it up. Kind of annoying. Mining drill. I have one there.
Air tank low.
Close, grab you. Go here. Sell that one.
Waste tank caution.
Can't do anything with the rest of that. Get on out of here. I think I'll go ahead and call this episode here. So what have we accomplished today? Well, we've staved off killing our greenhouse. We've almost killed it multiple times with power lights flashing, not enough power, it getting warm in here, just kind of balancing all of that out. It's been quite the challenge on this episode. We have drastically expanded our wind power to hopefully rely on that more instead of solar, because yeah, sun rises right there and it sets right there. We only have that much daylight, and most of that is blocked by the mountains. So our solar power is unfortunately just not doing anything. But we're doing good on water. We have actually been creating water out here while I haven't been paying attention. So that's the thing. 66 moles in the water pipe and 400 moles in the liquid tank. We have just under 8 liters in here. Plus all of the liquid that we have in here. So water-wise, we're not doing too bad. The wheat that we planted, we've somehow managed to keep alive, is growing nicely toward seeding. That one has seeded. That's our older one. Yeah, all of our friends have come back in after we frantically plucked them all. But anyways, I thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you all in the next one. Later, everybody.